Hi, it's Kane Hodder, Jason from Friday the 13th. You're watching Slash and Cast. Keep watching, or I'll kill you and your whole family.
What's going on, horror fans? Welcome back to another episode of Slash and Cast. My name is Riley. That is Nick. As you can see, we finally pulled the trigger to do a new setup. This was a vote. Okay, this is a vote on Little Mad, our new show, which if you're not following, go check it out. There's a show tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, twitch.tv/LittleMadPodcast. But we were like, hey, you want this technological advancement to come over to Slash and Cast? And people seemed they wanted to, so we're going to go ahead and do it today. But other than that, let's go over some announcements we got. Summer schedule, lots of streams, lots of videos. And obviously, as we jump into topics later, it's about to get a lot more hectic. Also, we'll be at Days at Indianapolis, June 22nd through the 24th. If you're in the area, we'll love to see you. It'll be a good time, fun weekend, lots of celebs, lots of events, drunk karaoke. We all want to be a part of that. Okay? Like I said already before, Little Mad Podcast, twitch.tv/LittleMadPodcast. It's just a podcast about everything. And it has this setup, so... everything else, though, all links that you need in the description. That includes Twitter, Facebook, Discord, Reddit, and sponsoring if feeling crazy during live streams, all right? Also, weekly website content will be on Wednesday, and we're going to do Halloween Resurrection commentary. You can already expect that'll be a mess. And we're trying to sneak Green into there as well. Everyone wants to see Green. We're going to try sneaking him in as well. That's the plan. With that, let's dive into topics of the day. Friday the 13th again. Okay. This is where we finally got the news we've been waiting for. Yeah. It's been 84 years, and we finally got the news we've been waiting for. Of course, that is the release date for the next update, which is officially out of nowhere, because this dropped late Monday.
Yeah.
It's now being 1 in the morning Tuesday, so it's time as filming this and rolling it out Tuesday. So late Monday, about 8 p.m. Central, I'd say. Yeah. It was like one game into a stream, and they dropped the trailer on us. May 24th release date. That's pretty quick.
Yeah.
That's coming out. That's 2 days away now.
Yeah.
Which means our outdoor living officially goes out the window starting Thursday. The thing is, I will say trailer, little underwhelming.
Yeah.
Little underwhelming trailer. Who the fuck cares?
Right.
But a little underwhelming trailer. That's not really the point, though. I see people complaining about that. It's like, this is a bit of a lame announcement. I hear that. I hear it being a little bit simple.
I mean, it's been since January
since
we've had a patch. So you'd think it'd be a little bit more of an announcement. But I mean, it's still great. Still exciting.
Yeah. Well,
Butterflies.
The old, it's like release date hype coming back. It's kind of what it's like. So, I mean, yeah, a little bit, only 60 seconds. But I mean, if you haven't seen it, we might as well show it.
Yeah.
So we're going to go ahead and do that now. Take a look at the trailer. If you haven't seen it, I hope you enjoy. If you have seen it, enjoy it again. Okay? Take a look.
Rated M for mature.
Remember me, Jason. Make them remember.
No! Stop! No!
That's my boy.
Now, like I said, not too much there, only 60 seconds, but we still did get a look at some new things, as well as some other things we like to break down along the way here.
Yeah.
Let's start off with the new kills, okay? There's some kills in there, new special kills we haven't gotten to see yet, and they're pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Obviously, the first one, everyone's talking about it, the flare kill, okay? We saw it in mocap, I don't even know when, 6 months ago? A long time
a
ago.
long time ago.
Finally has seen it in action now in game. Of course, they're cutting through these really fast, so you're not seeing the whole kill at all, but you're seeing quick highlights of them, and that's what we got here. I will say, since it's already been discussed, and we've discussed it as well in publicly, it does look like that came from challenge number 3. Challenge number 3 is called Lights Out. We've seen the screenshot. We know that includes Kenny.
Yeah.
That being said, though, none of the objectives in that challenge mentioned a flare kill.
Right.
So, but I was just kind of guessing. We had Kenny at a generator, obviously gas involved as gas went down his throat.
Right.
It just kind of seemed maybe that comes from that challenge. So maybe it's challenge number 3.
And maybe that's a hidden objective.
It could be a hidden objective.
Right.
It absolutely could be. That's going to be a bitch to find, though. So that's a whole different story.
Yeah.
But I like it. Burning somebody from the inside out is brutal. You can't get much.
That was a lot more brutal than I thought. I thought like it'd be more of like a dragon's breath where he just kind of fire comes out, but no,
he straight up burns.
He lit on fire from the inside.
Yeah.
Man, that was graphic.
Yeah, I'm like terrified of burns, so that pretty bad. Two things the two deaths that really scare me is burning and hanging, and of course both of them make their way into single player challenges.
Yeah, they do.
So I'm so excited for it though. I'm excited to see more of the cinematics and where they take it from there.
Yeah.
Then we also got a butcher knife kill.
Yeah.
This butcher knife kill. This is interesting with this butcher knife kill because it's not. It looks like the screwdriver kill.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
Is it the screwdriver kill? Is it the same animation just with the butcher knife?
Maybe. I'm not 100% sure.
If that's one of the special kills, I think that's kind of lame. I think out of all the kills in the game, in terms of environmentals, that's one of the weakest ones.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as like the window toss, but still, I don't know. I guess it's a little more brutal with the butcher knife, and I guess if there's a counselor in the kitchen, that would be neat to see.
Yeah. Something
along those lines. It's probably why it's a butcher knife instead of a screwdriver. But either way, it looks like the same mocap,
right? Just
different cinematics and different weapon. The one that I thought was really brutal as well was the rock and the boulder.
Oh yeah.
Listen, hitting it with a rock, that's one thing.
Yeah, he was. It looked like, I mean, yeah, he hit him. Chad's face was bleeding, and he goes again.
Yeah, and man, dude, Chad just looking at him, just oh god,
begging for.
That
mercy.
Was the first time I felt kind of bad for Chad,
begging for mercy.
Yeah, straight up, that was like pleading with him there.
Yeah.
So that's a good kill too. I like that. That's another one I can't wait to see more cinematics on it. Then of course, out of other kills, we had like the pot kill and then the sleeping bag kill, which this is the first time the sleeping bag kill has looked good.
Right.
It was real shit because everyone, when the game was first coming out, everyone was talking about it. We freaked out about it on early slash and cast way back when. It's like, holy fuck, they're doing the sleeping bag kill. Then you get to the game, and it's one of the rarest environmentals,
right?
Because somebody has to be hiding in the tent, of course, and it's one of the weirdest looking in terms of animation.
Right. It's just eh. It's just eh. It's really choppy. I mean, it's choppy.
Yeah.
And then the animation itself, I mean, Jason's arms somehow get like super small, and it's just.
And it never really. It's like the tent is too, or not the tent, but the sleeping bag is just too long. The arms look wrong on Jason, and then it never really hits the tree. No. It's like your ankles might smack it a little bit. This is the first time it actually genuinely looked like I just snapped my body in half hitting a tree.
Right.
And of course, the new cinematics to go along with it. It should be a pretty cool kill.
Yeah, for sure.
Finally getting the justice it deserves. Mm-hmm. So I'm excited for that. Now, see, this is where the topic gets a little bit interesting because there is some confusion surrounding what we saw in Packanack. So, I mean, it's real simple. They're just sitting around dancing. A party at Packanack Lodge is something we kind of expected. I will say it did not look like a challenge to me.
No.
It really didn't. It looks like they put in filler characters and had them do their own animations, and then they caught that in the engine.
Right.
So that does not look like a challenge to me. It looks like something they just threw together and is not actually in the game.
Which makes sense. They're trying to show the fact that, these counselors have no idea that Jason is here.
Right.
Which is the whole point of these challenges.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. There was like, because usually we're used to seeing cutscenes and dialogue, and none of that's there. And then it's also some of the animations we saw in other challenges, as well as Virtual Cabin, like Bugsy Stance in the Virtual Cabin.
Right.
Stuff like that. So I don't think that actually had anything to do with the challenge. I will say, if it's worth pointing out, the only person that wasn't wearing default clothing within Packanack was Chad.
Yeah, that's really interesting.
Some people say Green has rumor. Maybe it looks like Paul. Maybe that's the point. But even though the colors don't technically match, but I don't know. But just to elaborate on that argument further, that they're just fillers. We also saw Vanessa getting the pot kill, which we know AJ gets in challenge number 2.
Right.
So, that being said, that we didn't actually see anything new.
Right.
I bet you none of the kills we saw. It also changed the argument for the lights out challenge.
Yeah.
Because maybe that actually wasn't Kenny's death in challenge number 3.
It's just a filler. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. Who knows though? Other than that, there really isn't anything else to talk about in terms of F13.
May 24th.
This is it. May 24th. You got
Thursday.
Two more days. 2 more days and it's out. There is no time. They can't, because of platforms and they could all drop at different times.
Right.
What we've always seen is anywhere between noon and 5. I know that's a big window, but that's always where we've been.
Right. And I don't think they would, they're all going to drop within, a couple hours of each other.
Hopefully.
Right.
We've seen it not happen, but obviously now they're all certed here. They're in a comfortable spot. Ideally, everything should go smoothly here.
Right. And usually if they do announce, they would announce it pretty early and say, hey, except for once when I don't know whose fault it was, but usually they say, all right, it came to Xbox and PC one time and then it came to PS4 later.
Yeah.
Like the next day.
With the Virtual Cabinet 2.0.
That was
a fucking mess.
Sony came first.
And then we didn't.
The night before.
Wasn't it like 2 days later before PC got it?
I think it was just one.
It may have just been one. It just felt like 2 days. Fuck.
It felt like forever, yeah. They're pretty confident in saying, all platforms release on Thursday. That does beg the question, does that include Sony EU? Because they've had tons of problem in the past with that.
That's true.
I would hope so. Because, again, they usually say pretty early, except for Sony EU. Sony EU might see it later. But they never said anything so far. Yeah, so we'll see.
Yeah.
Super excited.
Yeah, this is it.
Take these next couple days. Play the game. If you haven't played in a while, get on, play, and just look at the progress.
Yeah. Just a reminder for what we've seen, like what to expect in this update. Because some people I'm already forgetting some of the stuff because there's so much coming. You have the engine upgrade itself. That's big. That'll change some of your lighting. That'll change some of your graphics. Ideally, it'll change some of your FPS issues. Let's hope. But also is the road to get to dedicated servers. That's the most important part.
Right.
Then you have weapon swapping. You have the new Counselor Victoria. You have single-player challenges, all 10 challenges coming. You have salt mines. You have... What else is there? Am I missing any? New Roy, J7 buff.
Offline bots, AI increase.
Yep. Better AI and offline bots. Man, there's probably some more legendary perks. There's so much. If you haven't played in a while, I do recommend go at least play the game again.
Right,
give it a chance.
Look at the in the next couple of days before the update. Look at it. Look at what is the current state of the game, and then you'll appreciate this new update a little more.
Yeah,
hopefully.
As much as I love F13, I can still play all the time now. We do play all the time now.
Yeah.
It's in a dull state, especially in terms of its community. There are people just like slowly dying out. So I am all for. I'm hoping to see a big jump in terms of concurrent players.
We will.
I would love to see the concurrent peak beat the actual launch of the game,
which it very well might.
It could. It was 16,000 people at launch.
Right.
Let's hope we see somewhere in that ballpark at least.
Right.
In terms of this update, which we definitely could. So, yeah, just keep digging.
Yeah.
Keep grinding. We're right there. We did it. We were patient and we did it. Right? And it's also nice to not have the same question over and over again in streams.
Right. Now, no word as of yet if there is going to be a double or 2.3 times XP or tape drop event. No word on that as of recording this.
Right.
I'm sure we'll get double or 2.3 times XP.
You would think... Okay, not only is the update coming this week, and that's huge. That's an event in itself. But it's also the 1-year anniversary on
Saturday.
The 26th. And so we're trying to fucking pop some bottles. Let's celebrate a little bit.
Little Mad?
Yeah, we'll definitely be talking about the update as well on Little Mad on Saturday too. So
yeah,
it's exciting.
Yeah,
1-year anniversary. You would think they do something.
Right. I fully expect it to.
Also, let's not only you need to encourage bringing back more players to this update. Also, the people that are very upset about weapon swapping, which you can't blame them. hopefully this helps people get past the hill and get to level 113.
Or damn near.
Yeah. Hopefully this helps out. Hopefully they do something like that.
Right.
2.3 would be great. Please make it 2.3.
2.3, that was a really solid number.
Yeah, that was nice.
What, 100? It was 130%?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was a really solid number. Good for XP and up. But people are getting tapes. Which
Yeah, dude.
people haven't been getting tapes very much since that event ended.
Yeah, I heard that they are spawning the same. We just are super unlucky.
I don't believe that. I'm sorry. I always find tapes. And I have not found a single one, and I have not talked to anybody who has found a single one since that event ended.
I've heard, I definitely haven't heard any Tommy tapes, but some Pamela tapes I've heard. But I have Pamela tapes. I just let me get the Tommy tapes.
Those Tommy
I'm
tapes
so
are
sick of it.
So rare.
How many hours I need to put in before I actually have everything
You're
done?
closing in on 1,000.
Yeah, I think I might actually be over now. I might.
As of today, probably.
Yeah. Also, same with badges. I still have glitches in my badges that don't work, so I'm stuck feeling like a failure. I'm a casual. I'm a casual just because the game's messed up. The only way I'd fix that though, I'd probably have to reset. I had to completely reset to 0. I'm not doing it.
No.
Fuck the badges. That's where I'm at with that. We, of course, the first thing. It's still hard to say because since Daniel's in our Discord. If Daniel is known for bouncing around in our stream, we do want to play with Daniel after the update comes out in terms when he's not full of fucking stress.
Right.
If he does want to hop into a stream Thursday, we will stream.
Yeah.
We just kind of gotta.
Yeah, but as of right now, a stream is up in the air for Thursday.
We plan on doing it. We're gonna battle our asses off to make sure we can.
Right.
We're gonna try, but our first goal is to get the first 3 challenges. We definitely need those, and we're trying to get a Victoria gameplay out as well. So that's the plan. And our challenges it's not just playing through them, but it's also covering every single objective.
Right. It's going to be a 100% challenge run through.
Yeah, so that's going to be a bit of a work. We're hoping by 7 o'clock we can stream. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah,
that's the grind. So, and of course, it all comes down to when the update drops.
Right.
Please, earlier the better. Help a guy out. All right, just make it happen. But that's pretty much it for F13. I hope you're excited. I hope you know everything that's coming. I hope you're informed.
And happy 1 year.
Happy 1 year. What a grind. 1 year later, we finally got the challenges. Now there's times for this game. It started off maybe here, going on a downward slope. We went up a little bit. Okay, we got to Jarvis and went up a little bit. Then we kind of plateaued. We're on a plateau right now.
Right.
And now ideally, we're just gonna keep going up from here.
Right.
That's what I want. Let's just keep going up from here. Let's keep growing. Let's
keep the communication. That's the main thing, and that's really the spark behind the growth in the graph.
Yeah,
or the plateau in the graph.
And next stop from here. I don't want to say this to get people all over the top excited, but next stop from here is ideally Uber and Grendel.
You would think so.
Yeah, and you're looking at July there. Probably.
Right, July, Friday the 13th in July would be a perfect time to drop Uber and Grendel.
Yeah, that's in terms of content though.
That's straight content.
I do think we're going to get more patches now.
Regular patches, bug fixes, and maybe that involves clothing or kill packs as well.
Right.
Which
that'd be nice.
Hey, free. Or it's not free. It's it's just more content.
Yeah.
And it's non-essential to the gameplay.
What do you need? I love kill packs. More and more of those, please. You can throw clothing to the side. I don't really need clothing.
Yeah.
More unlockable clothing, maybe. That'd be cool. Yeah. All right, but that's everything for F13. Let's move on to our next topic of the day. Another horror game. An interesting one. It's been talked about a lot. Hide or Die. Okay. We play Hide or Die. We were part of the alpha. We did get to be on that stream team there, and we did show it to our fans who seemed to enjoy the gameplay. It was a lot of fun.
They did.
We were big fans of that alpha, and we plan on pursuing it through there. Things change pretty drastically with Hide or Die, though. It's a large-scale asymmetrical horror game, so this is 16 players. It's a shifting hunter. You have that. You also have procedural levels.
That's really interesting.
Which is interesting. And then, this deadly animals discussion as well is interesting. But it's also one winner. What this is being pitched off of is the idea of a horror battle royale.
Yeah.
I'm still a little confused about it.
Horror royale is the genre or niche they're trying to go for here. Which really, I heard horror battle royale and instantly was like, shit.
Yeah.
That is not the type of game that I like to play.
Right.
That's just was just what we heard. Now, just looking deeper into their future plans. Okay, starting to get a little more interested. I thought it was straight up going to be,
People running around beating
killing
each
each
other
other
down with axes.
Yeah.
Right.
It looks like that's not the case. You're still going to need to use teamwork to get away from a killer, but only one can win.
Yeah. So the last person alive wins. That's interesting.
When you're the last person alive, you spawn into like a showdown mode,
Right.
and you 1v1 with the killer. Then.
Right.
So
And-
to
and
show who
they're-
wins.
Yeah, and there are guns and ammo spread across the map. If you miss, you're supposedly fucked. Like, you got one shot, don't mess up. But
As
then-
a survivor
right.
and not the killer.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it's interesting for sure. It's definitely
For sure.
interesting for just that's not what really intrigues me so far. I'll have to see more as we move on with that. The darkness is interesting, although it does confuse me a little bit. So the darkness, you see this darkness, you see these particles moving through the air.
right.
The first person that gets to that darkness becomes the killer.
Or the source of the darkness. Not 100% sure on that
Right.
yet either.
If you get there, you are the killer. But it's the survivor's job to turn on the power. If they turn on the power successfully, you will then no longer be the killer. Then the next person to get to the next source of darkness becomes the killer.
Yeah, that's really
So you could have like 5 killers in a game, not like all at one time, but different
Right.
killers throughout a game. So that's interesting. It's battling to be your own killer. It's not people that bitch all the time about never being Jason. This could be something you would enjoy. You got to earn it.
right. Your killer is pretty OP. Then if you need to battle and kill people to stop them from turning the power on.
Right.
If they successfully do it, I mean, then you lose. I don't know if you die or if you just go back to being a survivor. I'm not
Right.
100% sure on that as well. But I imagine you'd probably just go back to being a survivor.
I would think so too. We there's some stuff that we still have questions on, and they're probably being answered across the Discord. We're just not quite informed yet. I'm sure if you have more information on it, we'd love to hear it in the comments below.
Right.
Please do. But yeah, so there's survivors going around. They're fixing fuse boxes in order to stop the darkness. That's the whole point. Then the most interesting part to me of this entire game is this element of the cell phone. This was not in the alpha when we played.
Right.
So the cell phone, it's basically like you're in a group meet with all the survivors.
Yeah.
That's basically what it is. And you're actually, this is why it's probably be a very PC-driven game, is because you're actually typing on your phone
Yeah.
and reaching out to the other group and saying, hey, I see him here, I see him there, blah, blah, blah. It's basically your voice chat across the entire map just through text.
Right. I wonder then if there is a voice chat system at all then. I feel like that being in place and that being, vital
Yeah.
is...
If they could pull off proximity, that'd be cool. And a 100% proximity, no walkie-talkies or anything like that, but 100% proximity chat
Maybe.
with text through this group me shit.
Right.
What's interesting as well is if people die, it says they left the group, and then you can see the counter how many people are alive in the phone.
That's pretty creative.
Yeah, that's neat. Also, the phone serves as a flashlight. I don't know how battery life works on those. I don't know if there is a certain battery life. Didn't really get clarification on that.
I'm not
But
sure.
if there is battery life for those cell phones, that is scary. You got to be safe with it. You got to know when you want to look at your messages. You got to know when you want to type to people, and you got to know when you want to use your flashlight.
Right.
That's strategic. You got to think. I like games like that.
Yeah.
Play smart. So as of recording this right now, they are doing a Kickstarter. It's only been a few days. They're doing well.
Right.
It's only been like 60 hours. Within 60 hours, they're already 50% funded
Wow.
at a $54,500 goal. That's correct, isn't it?
I believe so.
$54,500.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
yeah, good for them. Holy shit. This
Yeah.
game started off so quiet, nobody knew about it, and now it's really blown up, and streamers and content creators have really jumped onto the train. And it's good to see, a small independent game like this blowing up the way it is. Wishing them the best. We are gonna at some point towards the end of this, we are gonna donate as well. I'm thinking we get
I forget
we
what
get the T-shirt one.
I think that was the $200 level.
$200.
You get to design a T-shirt that's either exclusive to you or
People can unlock.
people
it.
can unlock it. Now that's dope. That's so cool.
Yeah, so we might have to do it.
Get a Slashcast shirt in the game.
Yeah, that'd be neat. We need that. I
Please.
might pull the trigger.
Please.
Also, in terms of people looking, it's interesting. $20 is your best bang for your buck, in our opinion, of course. This gives you beta access to the full game, as well as an in-game backer name tag. We haven't got clarification in terms of that's a name tag you actually wear. I don't think it is.
I think
it's a name
that's-
tag like that's for your name, for
Like
your
a
game
calling
tag.
card in like Call of Duty type of thing.
Yeah, or Rocket League.
Or Rocket League.
Okay. So and more, of course. I mean, that's a pretty good deal. $20, not bad.
Right.
So we're all for that. The retail price of the game will be $20, with a projected release in October of 2018.
It's coming up.
I still am a little concerned. This is just from us. You may love the hell out of this and maybe a great idea to you. This is just an opinion. That's all it is. In terms of horror royale, a battle royale type setting, we weren't really into that. I will say with the Kickstarter video, definitely more intrigued. All for them. I'm wishing them the best. But with the alpha, this is early alpha, it was a blast.
Oh, it was fun.
It was a lot of fun. So, if they can keep going down that road, this game will be just fine.
This game has so much potential. It had so much potential in just the alpha state. Now they've changed tremendously since, and with big aspirations and big goals, and it looks like they can follow them up too.
Yeah. I mean, they gave us an alpha that ran very well, minimal bugs, and was genuinely scary.
Yeah.
That sounds good enough for me. If they proved themselves there, I'm for the game that they can do with money. But you got to make sure you donate. Make sure they hit the goal.
Right.
Be involved.
Right. Like we said, $20 tier is, you get access to the beta and then the full game. And it just, that's a solid price. It's really not that much.
No, I mean,
it's not too much, not too little as well. You're definitely supporting, the development of the game.
Right. Sometimes you got to help the little guys out. That's what it's about. Well, with that, link in the description to the Kickstarter. Let's go ahead and move on to our next topic of the day. An interesting one. We talked about this on Little Mad, but I'm sure a lot of you missed it. Okay. Zombieland 2. So not only are we getting Zombieland 2 10 years after the original, but by some miracle, the original cast is on board.
Wow.
I don't know how. I don't know. I don't understand what made them. None of them are desperate for money.
Mm-mm.
Like, they're all comfortable. Okay, so this was interesting. Now, writers Rhett Reese and Paul Wernick noted that it will be being actively developed with the original cast on board. Quote, "We're going on the 10th anniversary of Zombieland. Zombieland came out in October of 2009. We don't know what you get someone for their 10th anniversary, but it may be a Zombieland 2. The hope is that we're shooting that thing early 2019 for an October of 19 release. With the original cast, by the way. We are sitting on information that we can't entirely share at the moment, but we can just say we think of fans of Zombieland who have been hoping for a Zombieland 2 that we will grant their wish very, very soon." Woo. It's an awkward quote.
It really is.
It threw me. But, I mean, that's exciting. It also
really
it's a pretty
is.
fast turnaround in terms of just now getting the news, and we're already October 2019. Big movie. It's going to be a lot of VFX. They got to have a good amount of money for the original cast to come back.
Right.
Here's where it gets interesting. Because it's been 10 years. And yes, Emma Stone, Jesse Eisenberg, and Woody Harrelson can play that off.
They all look the same.
Let's just give them a little bit of extra makeup if you gotta. But then there's Abigail Breslin. And she was, 11 years old at the time?
I think so.
She was young.
Yeah, she was very young.
Now she's 9 years older. So her age difference will be noticeable, which means when will this take place? I'm just saying. Okay.
That was the first question we all had.
They were like, when?
When?
Yeah. But in a Reddit Ask Me Anything over the weekend, Reese and Wernick answered that very question, saying, quote, "Abigail Breslin is 9 years older than she was in Zombieland, so it won't be happening directly after. Can't say beyond that," end quote.
Okay. I see.
Obviously, we're jumping ahead here into the future. But then, in terms of jumping ahead into the future, it begs the question, what is the environment like now? You would think that we're starting to progress back, to being normal.
Right.
Not normal, but yes, the population may be limited, but you would think the zombies are dying out. We're basically Walking Dead right now, okay?
Yeah.
Humans are the problem. Zombies aren't so bad anymore. We can start building our way up.
Right.
That's where you would think we'd be. Then again, they may not jump that far in the future. It could only be 5 years for all we know.
Right. They could pull off. They could try to pull off 5.
Abigail Breslin was very mature, considering her age. You could
Yeah.
probably pull it off.
Yeah.
She also still looks very young today.
Yeah.
Regardless, I'm interested. I'm super excited. Zombieland was my shit.
Yes.
And Emma Stone was peak Emma Stone. Okay? That was peak Jesse Eisenberg. That was peak Woody Harrelson. That was peak everybody. No wonder they're coming back. It's just a shame it had to be so many years later, but I'm glad they're finally doing it no matter, nevertheless.
Yeah.
Now we can only hope for the best.
Yeah.
All right, but before we wrap things up, we have one more thing we got to point out here. Bill Gold did pass away. Bill Gold is one of the most legendary movie poster creators, artists of all time. He did pass away over the weekend at age 97. So hell of a long life.
Yeah.
You got to look at the positives. But he made some insane posters. Some of the best art of all time. These include films like Casablanca, A Clockwork Orange, Dirty Harry, and The Exorcist. So
what a resume.
Yeah.
What a resume.
Big loss, not only within the horror genre, but in cinema.
Yeah.
I mean, just a huge loss there. So, our thoughts and prayers go out to his family. And now what do we do? We're never going to have posters like that again. Posters aren't the way they used to be.
No, they really aren't.
We need more of that.
Look at Casablanca.
Do Casablanca's dope.
Yeah.
All
Really
of it. The Exorcist is insane too, honestly.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Bill Gold, long life and a hell of a resume to sit behind it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that is officially going to wrap up Slash and Cast today. I hope you did enjoy. It was, let me know what you think about the new format, okay?
Yeah.
The 3-cam thing, we're experimenting. Okay, if there's any switching fails, because it says we can switch live, it is Ethan. Now you know.
Thanks.
Yeah, no problem, buddy. But yeah, like I said, that's a wrap up Slash Cast today. Let us know in the comments what you think about all the news, especially concerning F13. What are you excited to do first? Come Thursday, you update the game. What are you doing first? Challenges. Come on. Or you do Troll Victoria. Test out the new grab. That's another thing. I forgot to mention that. The new grab is coming.
Actually, that might actually be the very first thing I do.
Want to go see the new grab?
Yeah, just in a private match. Yeah, you can do it on bots. You can do it in single-player challenges.
Yeah, whatever works, I guess. Well, with that, as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Editor, roll that outro.